Welcome everyone. Today we are going to talk in full detail about one of the most interesting classic American coins, the United States 1-cent coin from the year 1934, including both the Denver mint-marked version with the D mint mark and the version without any mint mark, which was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This coin belongs to the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, a series that has fascinated collectors for decades because of its history, design, rarity, and connection to the Great Depression era. The 1934 1-cent coin may look very simple at first glance, but when you understand its background, condition, mint varieties, and today's market demand, you will realize why so many people around the world are still searching for this coin in old collections, piggy banks, and inherited coin albums. The obverse of the 1934 1-cent coin features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's profile faces right, with the word Liberty clearly visible on the left side and the date, 1934, on the right. Above Lincoln's head is the famous motto, "In God We Trust," which has been a standard part of U.S. coinage for many years. The reverse side shows the traditional wheat ears design, with two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, while the motto, E pluribus unum, appears across the top. This wheat design is one of the most loved designs in American coin history, and is a major reason why wheat pennies remain highly collectible today. Now let us talk about the historical background of the 1934 1-cent coin. This coin was minted during the Great Depression, a time when the United States was struggling economically and millions of people were facing unemployment and poverty. Coins from this era carry a special historical weight because they were used in everyday transactions when money was extremely valuable to ordinary people. In 1934, the U.S. Mint produced these 1-cent coins in large numbers to support circulation, but despite the high mintage, many coins did not survive in good condition due to heavy use, making well-preserved examples more desirable today. The 1934 1-cent coin was minted at two locations. The Philadelphia Mint produced coins without any mint mark, while the Denver Mint produced coins with a small D mint mark located below the date on the obverse side. The Philadelphia Mint struck approximately 219 million coins, while the Denver Mint produced around 28 million coins. This difference in mintage numbers is very important because it directly affects rarity and value. Coins from Denver are generally considered scarcer than their Philadelphia counterparts, especially in higher grades. When we talk about condition, collectors use grading terms such as good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, about uncirculated, and mint state. Today we are focusing mainly on coins in fine condition. A 1934 1-cent coin in fine condition will show moderate wear, but the main details of Lincoln's face, hair, and coat will still be visible. On the reverse side, the wheat stalks will show wear but remain clear and identifiable. Coins in fine condition are popular among collectors because they offer a balance between affordability and decent detail. Now let us discuss the current market value of the 1934 1-cent coin in today's market, keeping everything realistic and based on collector demand. A 1934 1-cent coin without a mint mark, in fine condition, typically sells for around $1 to $3. This may not sound like a huge amount, but remember that this is a coin that was once worth only 1 cent, and it has survived for more than 90 years. If the same coin is found in better condition, such as extremely fine or about uncirculated, its value can increase to $5, $10, or even $20, depending on appeal and originality. The 1934 D 1-cent coin from the Denver Mint is more desirable due to its lower mintage. In fine condition, a 1934 D wheat penny can sell for approximately $3 to $6 in today's market. As the condition improves, the value rises significantly. In extremely fine condition, prices may range from $10 to $20, and in about uncirculated condition, values can reach $30 or more. If a 1934 D coin is found in full mint state condition with strong luster and minimal marks, it can sell for hundreds of dollars at auction, especially if certified by a professional grading service. Collectors also pay close attention to color when evaluating wheat pennies. Original copper color plays a big role in value. Coins are generally classified as brown, red-brown, or red. Most circulated 1934 1-cent coins are brown due to age and exposure. However, coins that retain some original red color are more valuable. A 1934 or 1934 D penny with noticeable red color even in fine to very fine condition, can command a premium price compared to a fully brown example. Another important factor is authenticity and originality. Coins that have been cleaned, polished, or damaged lose a significant portion of their value. Serious collectors always prefer coins with natural surfaces and honest wear. If you believe you have a valuable 1934 1-cent coin, it is always a good idea to avoid cleaning it and consider having it examined by a professional coin dealer or grading service. The demand for Lincoln Wheat cents remains strong worldwide, especially among beginner and intermediate collectors. Many people try to complete full date and mint mark sets, and the 1934 and 1934 D coins are essential pieces in these collections. This constant demand helps keep prices stable and gradually rising over time. While the 1934 1-cent coin may not make you an instant millionaire, it is still a solid and respected collectible with historical and numismatic value. In conclusion, the United States 1-cent coin from 1934, whether with the Denver D mint mark or without any mint mark from Philadelphia, is a fascinating piece of American history. In fine condition, its value in today's market ranges from a few dollars to higher amounts depending on mint mark, color, and overall eye appeal. Coins from the Denver Mint are generally more valuable due to lower mintage, and better condition examples can bring impressive prices. If you have one of these coins in your collection, you are holding a small but meaningful piece of history that continues to attract collectors around the world. Many people often underestimate the importance of older 1-cent coins, especially those like the 1934 wheat penny, but experienced collectors know that coins from this era represent far more than just face value. These coins are silent witnesses to American history, passing through countless hands during one of the most challenging economic periods the nation ever faced. Every small scratch, every sign of wear, and every bit of toning tells a story of survival and everyday use. This emotional and historical connection is one of the strongest reasons why collectors continue to seek out 1934 1-cent coins, even in fine condition, because they represent authenticity and real circulation rather than perfection. Another interesting aspect of the 1934 1-cent coin is how often people unknowingly own one without realizing its potential value. Many of these coins are found in old jars, family collections, or inherited boxes that have not been opened for decades. People sometimes ignore them because they are common-looking pennies, but once examined closely, the date, mint mark, and condition can change everything. A simple magnifying glass can reveal whether the coin has a D mint mark or no mint mark at all, which immediately affects its desirability in the collector market. This discovery moment is what makes coin collecting exciting and addictive for many enthusiasts. Market trends also play a role in the value of the 1934 1-cent coin. Over the years, interest in Lincoln Wheat Pennies has steadily increased, especially as fewer high-quality examples remain available. As collectors complete their sets and new collectors enter the hobby, demand continues to rise. This slow but steady demand helps protect the value of coins like the 1934 and 1934 D Wheat Pennies. While prices may fluctuate slightly depending on the market, overall interest remains strong, making these coins a reliable collectible rather than a short-term trend. It is also important to understand that certified coins often bring higher prices. When a 1934 1-cent coin is graded and encapsulated by a trusted grading service, buyers feel more confident about its authenticity and condition. This is especially true for Denver Mint coins, which are more sought after. A certified 1934 D coin in higher grades can attract serious bidders at auctions, sometimes selling for much more than expected due to competitive bidding and collector passion. This shows that even a humble 1-cent coin can become a highly respected item in the numismatic world. For new collectors, the 1934 1-cent coin is an excellent starting point. It is old enough to be historically significant, affordable enough to be accessible, and popular enough to be easy to research and enjoy. Many collectors begin with fine condition examples and later upgrade as their knowledge and budget grow. This journey of improvement is part of the joy of coin collecting, turning a simple penny into a meaningful long-term pursuit. As time passes, coins like the 1934 wheat penny become harder to find in original condition. Many have been lost, damaged, or melted, which naturally reduces supply. This gradual decrease in availability supports long-term value growth. Even though the coin was minted in large numbers, survival rates in collectible condition are much lower today, especially for coins that still have strong detail and natural surfaces. In the end, the 1934 United States 1-cent coin stands as a reminder that value is not always about size or face value. Sometimes, the smallest coins carry the biggest stories. Whether it is a Philadelphia issue without a mint mark or the more desirable Denver D mint mark, this coin continues to attract attention from collectors around the world. If you are lucky enough to own one, especially in fine or better condition, you are holding a piece of American history that still has a respected place in today's coin market. And remember, always check your old coins carefully, never clean them, and take the time to learn their true worth. You never know when a simple penny from 1934 could turn out to be a valuable and meaningful treasure in your collection. What makes the 1934 1-cent coin truly special is not just its age, but the emotional and financial journey it represents for collectors today. In a world where people chase quick profits, coins like the 1934 wheat penny quietly grow in importance and respect. This coin does not shout luxury, yet it commands admiration among serious numismatists because it has survived nearly a century of change. Every collector understands that finding a well-preserved 1934 or 1934 D penny is like touching a frozen moment in American history, when even a single cent carried real purchasing power and meaning. Many seasoned collectors believe that the real beauty of the 1934 1-cent coin lies in its long-term potential rather than short-term gains. As more people around the world become interested in American coins, especially classic copper cents, demand continues to spread beyond the United States. International collectors now actively search for Lincoln Wheat Pennies, and the 1934 issue is always on their list. This growing global interest slowly pushes prices upward, especially for coins that remain original and problem-free, making them not just collectibles but also smart long-term holdings. Another powerful factor that drives excitement around the 1934 D 1-cent coin is its lower availability in attractive condition. Many Denver minted coins were heavily circulated, which means finding one with clear details and balanced is becoming increasingly difficult. When such a coin appears on the market, collectors pay close attention, and competition can quickly raise its value. In some cases, what starts as a modestly priced fine condition coin can sell for much more when multiple collectors want the same piece. Stories also add to the charm of this coin. There are countless real-life examples of people discovering a 1934 wheat penny in an old family collection and later learning that it holds far more value than expected. These stories fuel curiosity and hope, encouraging viewers to check their own coins more carefully. This is why videos about old pennies continue to attract millions of views, because the possibility of hidden value feels real and achievable. Over time, copper coins like the 1934 1-cent penny gain another layer of appeal due to rising copper awareness and historical preservation. While collectors do not value these coins for metal alone, the fact that they are made from solid copper adds to their sense of permanence. Unlike modern coins, which often feel disposable, classic copper cents feel substantial and timeless, reinforcing their desirability in the collector market. When you combine history, scarcity in higher grades, emotional connection, and steady collector demand, the 1934 1-cent coin becomes more than just a penny. It becomes a symbol of patience, knowledge, and appreciation for the past. This is why collectors who understand the market rarely sell such coins quickly. Instead, they hold on to them, knowing that true value often reveals itself over time. So if you ever come across a 1934 1-cent coin, especially one with the Denver D mint mark or a clean, problem-free Philadelphia issue, take a moment to appreciate what you have found. You may be holding a coin that once passed through the hands of people living through the Great Depression and is now admired by collectors nearly 100 years later. That journey alone makes this coin priceless in spirit and valuable in today's market. And as always, keep learning, keep searching, and keep believing in the hidden power of old coins. Sometimes, the smallest discoveries lead to the greatest satisfaction, and a simple 1934 penny might just be the beginning of a remarkable collecting journey. Now let us talk about the value that truly excites collectors and makes the 1934 1-cent coin so powerful in today's market. While many people still think of it as just a penny, serious collectors know that the real worth of this coin goes far beyond 1 cent. In fine condition, a A normal 1934 1-cent coin without a mint mark already carries a respectable market value of several dollars. But when demand increases and supply keeps shrinking, these values begin to climb steadily. What makes this even more exciting is that collectors are willing to pay premium prices for clean, original examples, sometimes paying far more than standard price guides suggest. The real magic happens when we look at the 1934 1-cent coin. Because of its lower mintage and harder availability in attractive condition, this coin can shock people with its value. Even in simple fine condition, many collectors are ready to pay strong money just to secure one for their collection. As condition improves, the value does not just increase slowly, it jumps. In extremely fine and about uncirculated condition, prices can move into double-digit and even strong double-digit dollar ranges very quickly. When a collector sees sharp details, balanced wear, and original color, the price suddenly becomes much higher than expected. But here is where things become truly exciting. A 1934 or 1934 1-cent coin in high mint state condition, especially with strong original red or red-brown color, can reach values that surprise even experienced collectors. Certified examples have sold for hundreds of dollars, and in some cases, exceptional coins with stunning eye appeal have crossed into four-figure territory at major auctions. This is where a simple penny transforms into a serious collectible asset, proving that condition is everything in the coin world. Collectors also understand that value is not just about today, it is about tomorrow. As fewer high-quality 1934 pennies remain available, competition grows stronger. Each year, more coins disappear into permanent collections, reducing the number available for sale. This natural reduction in supply creates pressure on prices, pushing values higher over time. Many collectors believe that coins like the 1934 Wheat Penny are still undervalued compared to their historical importance and future potential. What truly adds power to the value of this coin is emotion. Buyers are not just purchasing copper, they are buying history, survival, and rarity. When two collectors want the same 1934 penny, price becomes secondary, and emotion takes control. This is when bidding wars happen and values explode beyond expectations. This exact scenario has happened many times at auctions, where a coin estimated at a modest price suddenly sells for far more because collectors refuse to let it go. So when someone asks, what is the real value of a 1934 1-cent coin? The honest answer is this. Its value can range from a few dollars to hundreds of dollars, and in rare top-condition cases, even more. It all depends on mint mark, condition, color, and originality. A small copper coin that once bought almost nothing can today become a symbol of wealth, knowledge, and smart collecting. In reality, if you are holding a clean 1934 or 1934 1-cent coin, you are not holding pocket change. You are holding hidden value. For some collectors, this single penny represents profit, pride, and the thrill of discovery. And that is why people say, sometimes one old penny is all it takes to change the way you look at money forever. As the video reaches its final moments, it is important to understand why coins like the 1934 1-cent penny continue to capture attention year after year. In a fast-moving world where digital money dominates, a small copper coin from 1934 stands as a reminder that real value often comes from patience and knowledge. Collectors who truly understand the market know that these classic wheat pennies are no longer being made, and every year the number of collectible examples becomes smaller. This natural scarcity gives the 1934 and 1934 1-cent coins a quiet but powerful strength in the long-term market. Many people who once sold their old pennies cheaply later regret it when they see how values have grown. What was once ignored as spare change is now displayed proudly in collections and auction catalogs. This transformation from everyday money to respected collectible is exactly what gives the 1934 than expected. But here is where things become truly exciting. A 1934 or 1934 1-cent coin in high mint state condition, especially with strong original red or red-brown color, can reach values that surprise even experienced collectors. Certified examples have sold for hundreds of dollars, and in some cases, exceptional coins with stunning eye appeal have crossed into four-figure territory at major auctions. This is where a simple penny transforms into a serious collectible asset, proving that condition is everything in the coin world. Collectors also understand that value is not just about today, it is about tomorrow. As fewer high-quality 1934 pennies remain available, competition grows stronger. Each year, more coins disappear into permanent collections, reducing the number available for sale. This natural reduction in supply creates pressure on prices, pushing values higher over time. Many collectors believe that coins like the 1934 Wheat penny are still undervalued compared to their historical importance and future potential. What truly adds power to the value of this coin is emotion. Buyers are not just purchasing copper, they are buying history, survival, and rarity. When two collectors want the same 1934 penny, price becomes secondary and emotion takes control. This is when bidding wars happen and values explode beyond expectations. This exact scenario has happened many times at auctions, where a coin estimated at a modest price suddenly sells for far more because collectors refuse to let it go. So when someone asks, what is the real value of a 1934 1-cent coin? The honest answer is this. Its value can range from a few dollars to hundreds of dollars, and in rare top-condition cases, even more. It all depends on mint mark, condition, color, and originality. A small copper coin that once bought almost nothing can today become a symbol of wealth, knowledge, and smart collecting. In reality, if you are holding a clean 1934 or 1934 1-cent coin, you are not holding pocket change, you are holding hidden value. For some collectors, this single penny represents profit, pride, and the thrill of discovery. And that is why people say, sometimes one old penny is all it takes to change the way you look at money forever. As the video reaches its final moments, it is important to understand why coins like the 1934 1-cent penny continue to capture attention year after year. In a fast-moving world where digital money dominates, a small copper coin from 1934 stands as a reminder that real value often comes from patience and knowledge. Collectors who truly understand the market know that these classic wheat pennies are no longer being made, and every year the number of collectible examples becomes smaller. This natural scarcity gives the 1934 and 1934 1-cent coins a quiet but powerful strength in the long-term market. Many people who once sold their old pennies cheaply later regret it when they see how values have grown. What was once ignored as spare change is now displayed proudly in collections and auction catalogs. This transformation from everyday money to respected collectible is exactly what gives the 1934 penny its lasting appeal. It teaches an important lesson. Not everything valuable looks expensive at first glance. Sometimes, true worth is hidden in the simplest forms. For collectors who think long-term, the 1934 wheat penny holds a special position. It is not overly rare, yet it is not easy to find in attractive condition, creating the perfect balance between availability and demand. This balance keeps interest strong and prices healthy. As younger collectors enter the hobby and older collections are passed down, competition for quality examples increases, pushing values higher in a natural and sustainable way. Owning a 1934 1-cent coin is also about pride. It is about knowing that you have preserved a piece of history that survived economic hardship, war years, and generations of change. When collectors talk about their favorite coins, wheat pennies from the 1930s are always mentioned with respect. The 1934 issue, in particular, represents resilience and endurance, qualities that collectors deeply admire.